Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth. I don't think I've probably seen that.
Are we alive?
I love that intro, man.
Thanks.
I think it's really cool. We are live.
We are absolutely live.
Yeah.
Missing your customary touchdown.
Oh, sorry, a touchdown from like what we used to do. But I was like just so taken in by watching the intro from the beginning. But yeah, we are here. Don't get me started.
Go on.
What?
Pretend you know what the episode number is.
12?
Yeah!
Get in! There you go. There's your touchdown. I'm Alex. This is Jeremy. We're back again doing this shit. Streaming live from my flat. Not like in separate places.
Like, look, that we're actually near each other. We could touch each other.
But we won't.
But we won't.
We won't. Maybe later.
I might even get my mask out and just...
Get my mask out?
Just, stay away from you.
I was starting to do a thing, right, where I like hung my mask around my wrist like an accessory.
I've seen people do that.
And I'm just like, I'm cool. Yeah. Oh, I thought I'd be the first.
I'm not going to do that. That's very cool.
I was going to say, it's already hot in the flat. But we're here. It used to be Co-Video killed the radio star, but we changed it. It's all rebranded. Don't get me started. With a lovely surround, which looks like it's straight out of Silent Hill. This nicely coloured, kind of rusty horror look that we've got going on.
Yeah, no, I went with the, apocalypse theme for what we're doing.
I get it.
And it's totally ranty. I put some stuff out all day, and I branded this the Ranty Banty Comedy Podcast.
It is ranty, it is banty. Yeah, that's a very nice sofa. Says, hey, do you know what? This was a bastard to get into the flat. Like,
yes. I can vouch for that.
I was just like, oh my God. It is a lovely sofa, and there will be some snuggling. But there won't be, because none of that, everybody.
But maybe with that, the sofa story is a story that we tell at some point.
I don't know what more there is to that story, I guess. But
just how... bullshit the whole thing was.
Having to go and get it from my friend's, it's her birthday today, actually. It's
the
birthday of the original owner of the sofa. How fucking tenuous is that?
That's a thing that people
celebrate. It's anyway, so here we are. As far as I'm aware, this is going to be very similar to COVID Killed the Radio Star in content.
Yeah, pretty much the same show, just with
less COVID.
Sexier graphics.
And we're together, as we are this week anyway.
Together.
So thanks for joining us. Thank you for commenting.
We've already got a few
people
joining us here. Eddie Stone said, I've just discovered that if you do a swear, then it doesn't come up on the comments thing up there.
Did you do a swear, Eddie?
Yeah, that might be a limitation of YouTube because...
Hey, that's come up before. That came up on your other thing when you do your streaming of playing wrestling games and stuff.
That's right, but I relaxed the stuff on Twitch and stuff has been coming through now. And I'm sure we'll get a stream of swears now just to prove that. But
people just... Party time!
But yeah, no, the party's on Twitch, Eddie Stone. Get yourself a Twitch account. Come on over to twitch.tv/thejezshow.
Follow it.
And give me that follow
that sweet, sweet follow that he wants before his birthday.
Edge me towards the 50 I want before my birthday.
I don't want him to edge you, mate. Well, maybe, who knows? If he gets the follow, he'll do it. But
big tit ball bags. There you go. You worked it out.
I don't think big tit and ball bags are swears. They're not curse words.
He's seen what can get through, and obviously that is what's got through.
Good.
Yeah, Twitch doesn't give a shit about swearing. I've had a... Can't even find the comment now.
Fuck all pop up
on my end telling me to moderate your bastard in profanities.
What's Twitch? Hey, Brent. Hey, what's Twitch? You know what Twitch is. Your son goes on Twitch. Don't tell me you don't know what Twitch is.
Don't get me started on
Don't get me started on Brent. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I like this. This looks like a much more well-furnished kind of hostage video that you would get when someone's about to be beheaded.
Yeah. No, the way
that cushions
that your camera setup is, it does seem a bit like I am reading this statement
of my own free will.
This is Don't Get Me Started, and I am enjoying it.
Brent isn't... bloody boomers. Brent isn't a boomer, mate. Just to know, he's not that old. But, hey, it's fine. So, it's the same sort of setup. How are you doing anyway? It's good to see you again.
I'm good.
Back in the country. Back in the country.
It's been a very long time since you were here in my presence.
Yes, I know.
In your own property, but you get my idea.
I came back the other day from Belgium, and it's exactly the same as I left it. It's still the same old shit. But yeah, so do you want to get on with what's happening?
Yeah, so the title has changed, but a lot of the segments are the same.
The same, yeah.
And I've foregone the stings this week.
Oh, okay.
Because I wanted to make some video stings rather than just playing some songs and us just sat here going like...
I'm really nicely sat up actually at the moment. Okay, so let's do This Is Happening. This Is Happening is a segment where we talk about what is hap and what is nap. Which if you've not joined before and you've never seen this before, what's hap is what's cool and what's hot and what's great. And what's nap is what is shit and terrible and awful and fucked us off. So what's hap and what's nap? And if you want to join in, just drop what's hap and what's nap into the chat.
Absolutely.
That almost rhymed, but it didn't quite rhyme. But bring your haps and naps and we will talk about them as well. So I'm going to say, what's hap? What's hap for you?
So for me, and it's pretty much all come to being in that time that you were away, but old video games are fucking hap, man.
Yeah, because I was watching you do that.
Yeah. So not only, I don't even mean the streaming of it or the stuff that I've been doing on Twitch. Obviously, I've been enjoying that. But I mean just how much content there is out there video game-wise. And that you can just walk into like CEX and be like, oh yeah, I remember that game, and that game, and that game, and that game. I'll grab all of those. You go to the
£5.
You go to the counter and it's like £4.72, please.
It's like
get in.
Then you remember all those times when you bought them as kids for like £25 each.
Oh my god!
Like,
so today, as a gift from my mother-in-law and father-in-law, Kane Sean, they bought me an Xbox 360 that I went and picked up off Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, that's really cool.
Just went and did that. So I obviously went and bought some games.
You can look forward to that, having the 3 red lights of death and breaking. Obviously, that'll be fun.
That'll be as soon as I turn it on, I'm sure. But then I went to buy the games that I remember playing when I had an Xbox 360 previously. I got it like at release and got some games. And the games then were like £45 each.
Fuck me.
So I'm thinking, like I bought Call of Duty 3, I bought Rainbow Six Vegas, and I bought Need for Speed Carbon. So that's, where are we? Maths, 120 quid worth of game.
Jesus.
Guess how much it cost me today?
I don't even know. Like each of those probably a couple of quid, like £6 or something.
Yeah, like £7.50 or something like that. So that is why old video games are hap, because they're not any less enjoyable than the stuff that's now. So
something that's hap. So Captain Sorrow, I love that name.
Yes.
Made it very clear you buggered off abroad while we've all suffered here. Well, thanks for joining in so many times that you've worked out that I did bugger off, and it was amazing. Basically. What's that? I picked up Soul Calibur for the Dreamcast when I was down with you. £4.
Man.
Soul Calibur, what a game. Yeah, fucking Red Rings. Red Rings. Do you know, I fucking hate Xboxes so much. Don't get me fucking started on Xboxes. I will never buy an Xbox as long as I live.
Really?
That is a nailed-on promise. I will never buy an Xbox. Again.
Again, I was going to say, have you suffered the red ring?
Yeah, well, yeah, I got the Red Rings, and then what happened was, this isn't like a current nap, but it is pretty nap. But then, like, Microsoft went, oh, yeah, that's just a kind of glitch with all of our consoles that sometimes they just have a ticking time bomb that just fuck up. Is that all right? And I'm like, no, it's not all right. Just buy a fucking Sony where it doesn't break. Right, so there you go. Fuck off, Xbox. You'll never get my money.
Eddie Stone dropping in with a validation that he knows that I love. The sound quality is really good. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you, because we weren't 100% sure. We were 80% sure, but yeah, thanks for the confirmation.
I mean, it is talking about like the fact that, yes, it's true, I was in Belgium and I rubbed everyone's face in it. I've come back. So one of my haps is actually that I'm back with my friends, back with my family, and actually back in my flat. I was a little bit homesick. So that was one of the things, although I don't think my girlfriend, who's obviously in Belgium,
because she is Belgian.
Because she is Belgian.
And that's how being in the country you
That's
from
yes,
works.
that's correct. That is probably nap for her, I would imagine. And it's hard for me to say, yes, I'm not with you currently if she's watching this. But like, isn't like that at all.
Sorry.
Yeah, so that's one of my haps. Basically, I don't think there's actually everything's. I've got come back with a load of wine, come back with a load of stuff, come back to do this. Everything's hap.
You came back with some rum for me, so that's.
I did. I came back with some rum, so everyone's getting drinks. Not you, Eddie Stone. But everyone that I know is benefiting. Basically. What's it? Oh, someone's PS3 had it too. First models had motion chip for backs and
Yeah, so you had that. There was a chip in it so you could play PS2 games in the original chunky motherfucker PS3.
Oh yeah, the one I had for ages.
And
yeah,
they cocked up as well. So.
Did they? Well, do you know I never experienced that?
No,
and I don't think I personally don't think it was quite so.
Died recently.
Well, in fact, he never died. I just wanted a PlayStation 4 finally.
There you go.
I don't think it was quite well celebrated as like the biggest cock up. I think that Microsoft Red Ring thing is far more.
Oh, they definitely
celebrated.
They definitely won.
We
fucked up the console game.
Yeah. Still, I hate an Xbox as well because I hate the controller. And I said this before on one of the other ones. Fucking chunky controller, like a big bloaty fuck. If I have to hold it like this, I fucking can't stand it. Don't you want the PS3 controller? Is such a fucking sleek fucking thing, which is why
it is. But I do have a soft spot for the 360 controller, especially.
I'm not eating a sub
when you make it even chunkier by clicking in the chat pad. It just sits nicely in my hand, and the triggers are really triggery. They are.
It's always good to be a bit
full trigger.
Full trigger.
So that's what's hap. What's nap? Xbox is apparently, but
coming home has meant I've had to go back to work because I had 2 weeks off.
Go
over in the other room to work. So, and because I start at 9 and Europe is an hour ahead, that meant I started at 10 when I was in Belgium. So not only was I in Belgium, I just got up an hour later, which was amazing every day. And so coming home has been a bit nap because I have to actually do some work.
You have to go back into the real world.
Yeah.
And the real world is shit right now.
Yeah, and it is shit. And in Belgium, it was lovely. And they have like this friture where they just give you all these amazing snacks. And I came back here and I'm like, all I get is a battered sausage and some shit chips. And I'm like, what have I done? But I'll tell you what it is, right? What is nap is I went to go and get what you'll notice, my hair is really beautifully done. That's because I did it myself, right? And the reason I did it myself is because I rang up my barbers in town and they answered the phone, meaning they're back in business and they're cutting people's hair and shit like that.
And they paid their phone bill.
And that as well. I was like, hello, this hasn't worked for ages. And I was like, hey, how's it going? Are you still, you cutting hair and all that sort of shit? And they're like, yeah. And I said, great. Can I book in with Ryan, who's like the main hair cutter there? And they went, no, he's on furlough. The rest of us are back to work, but your specific barber is not back at work. And I'm like, I was like, yeah, that was my reaction. I was like, oh, fuck, really? And I was going to ask, like, why is he furloughed when the rest of you aren't? But, like, it wouldn't change the fact that he isn't coming in to cut my hair.
Revoke his furlough. I've got to get my fucking hair cut.
I was thinking, I almost said, can I go around to his house? Can he just cut my hair? And in fairness, when you look at my hair, it can't be that difficult to do. You just, like, it really isn't that difficult, but I will not put it in the hands of the other guys. And they were like, well, said the guy, you could get me to do it, or you could get one of the brothers to do it. And I was trying to be nice when I said, yeah.
No, you're all shit.
It's just like,
I will wait.
He is the best guy. But he's not back until Christmas. So, like, I'm holding out a long time for this fucking thing. So, but I had to find it hard. I said, yeah. I'll have a bit of a think about it. Which translation was, I don't trust any of you. Like, I don't trust any of you. They listed them and I was like, no, none of you. So I had to do it myself. I think
hopefully they're watching right now.
I hope so. Yeah, I don't want your haircut. I don't need
Captain Sora said, don't get me started. He knows how this works.
Good work.
On hairdressers. 11 quid they wanted to charge me. Went down to Jez with long hair. Screw that.
By the way, 11 quid is what they charge me, and they do my beard as well.
11 quid is what I paid for my haircut.
11 quid seems like the normal amount.
Post-COVID haircut.
Think yourself lucky you're not a girl, because they get charged like 40 quid.
40 quid, yeah. And God forbid you want to put a dash of colour in it.
At least you'll look like Father Christmas by then. No, but I hope not. I really hope not. But I'll keep shaving my... This is my own work. Look at me. This is my own work. This is what I did. Look, see? I don't need those guys. I never have to go back there again. That's 11 quid times 12. Somebody do that quick maths. That's what I'm fucking saving. Work it out, somebody. You know, that's how much money I'm saving a year. Plus the £20 I spend on whiskey that I give him as a Christmas tip. He ain't getting that this year, is he? Didn't do his work. Doesn't get it. Sloppy. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so don't get me started on fucking barbers. So you're trusting someone to place raise. I'd never trust. Yeah, I'd never trust someone I didn't know. Captain Soren. This guy gets it.
He does. He really does.
Do I know this guy? I don't think I.
It's
He's one of your friends.
It's Will. I think you met Will.
Oh, did I?
Meet Will?
Anyway, it's good to see you anyway.
If not, you'll meet him when he comes back again. Definitely. Hap. My wife is a hairdresser. I lucked out.
Lucked out.
There you go.
Pick that up earlier.
Yeah.
That's it. I understand what that means now. Yeah.
That means it's good luck.
It's good luck. See, lucked out sounds like it means you're out of luck. So it can't mean. Am I? That's not crazy, right? It means you're out of luck. If you, if you say you lucked in, you say your luck was in, right? It's like when Americans say they could care less when they mean they couldn't care less.
Yes.
I don't understand any of this. Fuck language.
We'll meet eventually. He's glued to me enough as it is. But stuck by me with conventions that they're now illegal or something. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up. Yeah. Well, technically they are. You can start one if you want and see what happens.
By the way, right? Someone sent me. I was reading this while I was on the toilet. Not that that's relevant, but anyway, it was an online convention. You know how you you meet stars and you get, and it's basically it was all these people from Star Trek. And you could meet. One of them was the person who does who's Tasha Yar, whose name escapes me at the moment.
Denise Crosby.
Bam! Get in there. See, check this shit out.
That's why I'm
Denise here. Crosby. You could go and Jonathan Frakes was one of them. And you can get various different tiers of things you can do. Like you get a photo, you get to watch them. So it's an online thing, and you watch them kind of talk and stuff like that. And you can submit questions. And one of the things for a certain amount of money is you can have a 2-minute conversation with them. Over Zoom, as it were.
And how much do you have to pay for that privilege?
It varies, but it's basically $95.
Yowza.
Right? And
For
do
2
you know,
minutes.
right? And do you know what? And it wasn't Jonathan Frakes, and it wasn't Denise Crosby that almost got my money. Do you know who's appearing and has been mentioned on this show before?
John Delancey.
John Delancey for £95 or whatever, $95. I could spend 2 minutes on Zoom with John Delancey.
What would you ask John Delancey?
I don't know, man.
Hi, John Delancey. Hi, Alex.
I would.
Right, well, that's the end of that then. Here's your money.
I really liked you in The West Wing, that episode, and mainly as Q. I mean, you never want to meet your heroes, do you? Stick to paying.
Oh dear, we need to read that one. I'd rather stick to paying a few quid for an international stamp and mailing Denise Crosby my pubes.
Hey, she's probably had that already. She probably gets all crazy shit.
She was at a convention that we were both at, so I dread to think what he got up to when he snuck off now. Anyway, do you know what else is Nap?
What is Nap, man?
Me.
Why are you Nap? You're Nap.
I'm Nap.
Man, I wouldn't go that far, but you tell me why you're Nap.
This has mostly come in the last hour and a half. So obviously I'm here at Alex's. I've brought my equipment to stream and all that kind of stuff. And I get here and I'm about to plug in, and I realise, fuck me, I've forgotten the hub that allows me to plug my Ethernet into.
Definitely Nap.
And not only that, I'm kind of talking about how nap it is when you self-sabotage yourself.
Okay.
And you're in a spur of the moment decision, and you make the wrong decision that will ultimately fuck you up. Is this not plugged?
Oh, hold on, everybody. We're just running low on our battery. Yes, it's back. Sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, so in this choice of bringing my hub that's normally plugged into my entire system at home, I went up my loft this morning to get a gigantic Ethernet cable for being here and a gigantic HDMI cable to plug into your TV.
Yeah, loving it.
Came across an Ethernet to USB thing, and I picked it up and was like, I didn't know I had that. So maybe I should take that to Alex's and just leave it there so that I don't have to bring my hub every time. Nah.
I'll just...
So that is why I'm Nap.
That is pretty Nap. That's a bit like when I was co-video of the week that time, when I didn't know how queues worked outside shops.
And considering your love for John Delancey, that's pretty shocking.
Hey! Now we started. We didn't even rehearse that or anything. None of this is rehearsed, just in case you wanted to know. Jeremy's napped because he has COVID. Ha ha, surprise. I think you did at one point.
I think I did, and I think Will gave it to me. So there you go.
Oh, Will. Unbelievable. So that's what's hap. Do we have anything else? I don't think so.
I think we are there. Yeah, no,
it's nice. It's good to be back, but it's bad to be back. Not an actual lyric from a song. So what should we go on to? Should we go on to the next segment? What's the next section?
Yes, the next segment that is the same but different.
Yeah.
So on Co-Video Killed the Radio Star, we had the Co-Video of the Week.
We did.
Doesn't really work for Don't Get Me Started.
Yeah, because it's no longer COVID based, really.
So there are still idiots. And we very much need to rant about them.
Oh, yes.
Mainly for the cathartic elements of it. So, without it being COVID of the Week, we needed a name.
Yes.
And so this is a segment that we like to call, for the moment, until we think of something better.
Or you think of something better.
The Wankbasket of the Week.
Which I've written on our show notes as Wankbiscuit of the Week, because I forgot what you said.
That's a game.
Yes, it is a game, which we won't be playing on this stream.
Even though the sofa might lend itself to that.
You'll never see it on this. Captain Brilliant. Hello!
Hey! We'll have a bit of Captain Brilliant featured in the stream.
Oh, yeah. Later. Hey, stay tuned for some Captain Brilliant stuff, because that is going to be excellent. You should absolutely stay tuned for that. Okay.
So, Wankbasket of the Week.
Do you want to do mine and then yours?
Yes, let's do that. You go first.
Right.
Who is your Wankbasket, Wankbasket, just wanker, just total tosser, arsehole, fucking knobhead of the week?
You know, feeling kind of annoyed yesterday for various reasons that I don't need to go into. I was just getting really angry. And you shouldn't drive angry, kids. That's just a fact. And as I stomped towards my car, I was already pretty fucking pissed off. And as I sat in my car, I said to myself, don't drive angry. Don't drive angry. Do not drive angry. And as I was saying it, I was getting more angry. And so I drove angry and drove around the place like that. And then I was just trying to calm myself down. I finally managed to calm myself down. And as I calmed myself down, I drove, for people in Folkestone, drove past Morrison's towards you, towards Cheriton, and towards the blinding sun. Because it was at that point, much like my beautiful light that I've got in front of me now, that the sun was at that pitch, at that level where I could see fuck all. And flipping down the little visor in front of me made no difference. I had to slow down from my too fast to the correct speed limit. So the sun forced me, thankfully, to drive at 30 miles an hour in a 30 miles an hour area. But behind me was, and I was already angry, and I never get into road rage, but behind me some woman had basically come right up my arse, and she was, so like, but we're both driving into the sun, like it's really blazing, you can't see anything else on the road, so we're slowing down. She's like, no, I still want to break the law into the sun. And I was like, but I was already fucking angry, so I just did what everyone does when someone gets up your ass, which is slow down. So I slowed down to 25 miles an hour, which is still totally reasonable, and she put her hand up like this in the thing, and I was just like this, which is bound to wind her up.
Yes.
Right? And I also started ranting to myself, so she just sees in her rearview mirror. Like that, and she doesn't know what I'm saying because she's not in the same car as me, obviously. And then I drove towards the lights, and she was right behind me, and I thought, I cannot handle this. I almost thought I turned right so she could be side by side so we could do a proper road rage, but in the end I just fucked off. But that's it. That was who I was fine. All week I was fine until I met, honestly.
She needs a nickname. You got to choose a name for her.
Dickhead car woman.
There you go. It's not inspired, but it is a name.
It's accurate, though, isn't it? I mean, honestly, people go fast, but, there's a time to be fast, and that is not when you're blind, right? By anyone's...
No.
Yeah, that is not the time to try and
more
drive
when you're
faster.
driving away from the sun.
Yes.
Having gone back to get a thing for a string.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. So that was one of my things.
Karen. Yeah, that'll be the nickname. She was a Karen.
Karen.
Captisora says, arsehole levels of sunlight. Who the hell programmed the sun to be a prick?
I know, man. I know. Honestly, it was so shit. And also, by the way, because I was already annoyed, I was like, of course I fucking drove out when the sun was in my eyes. What a dickhead. So I was already angry about that, basically. It wasn't the newspaper, no, Captain Brilliant. It was the actual ball of fire that is in the sky in space.
But fuck the newspaper.
Yeah,
Absolutely
fuck them, man. I would never drive towards that unless I was burning it down.
So yeah,
basically, yeah. And then so but the only other thing I've got, the feeling that you've got one big one coming up, is like another thing. And I don't want to be all like European about this, but I will. Fuck it. Everybody in Europe has worked out how to wear masks in shops. You go in there, they will not let you in the shop. We're talking about Carrefour and all those things. You can't go in a shop.
It's not exactly difficult.
It isn't difficult, is it? Without wearing a mask is what I mean to say. So they put on a mask, and if you don't have a mask, they tell you to go away. They've got one person cleaning all the trolleys up, and they just tell you to go away. But they don't tell anyone to go away in Belgium or in France because 100% of people in the shops are wearing masks. 100%.
They don't need to.
Yeah, they don't need to. Their jobs are made very easy because 100% of people are wearing it, and no person excluded. And
you saying this has reminded me of an impromptu Wankbasket of the week that I encountered earlier today, much along this theme.
All I will say to that, in order to tee you up, is that when I went to Sainsbury's yesterday, I would say less than 10% of people were wearing masks in Sainsbury's. And I'm like, so that's it. So that was my secondary wank biscuit of the week.
So I have generally encountered most people wearing masks, but I've only really been very local. But today, as I ventured around picking up video games and generally looking for stuff, I went to Hobbycraft to pick up some command strip things to affix things to my wall. Not really important to the story. But as I was there, very quickly knowing what I want, getting the thing, going to the queue, I come to the checkout to find that there is a woman with a trolley full of crap. And this is Hobbycraft, right? You go in there and you pick up the odd little craft thing and then you leave. No, this woman has got an entire trolley full of shit. And she's there ringing it through really slowly. They've got to line up bags on the fucking back wall to put all this stuff in. And fine, that takes one till. No problem. She's wearing a mask. But in tow are her entire fucking extended family. Like her husband, it seems like her brother and her sister-in-law and some kids. And it's just everybody crowded around. And the husband, like, as I'm stood there in the queue waiting because they're fucking taking up the entire fucking thing, pulls his mask down over his face. Oh, it's fucking hot in this mask, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, it is. Maybe you should hurry the fuck up so we can go back outside. So yeah, impromptu, but totally prompted me on.
Yeah, I mean, something I just saw come up there, I think Captain Sora says they can't enforce it. I mean, I don't want to be the one to enforce. I mean, I know what it's like if you're just like this
shotguns are a thing.
this kind of like high school kid, as it were, who has to be the one that says, "Oh, you've got to wear a mask or it's £100 fine." And it's just like, that's the thing. In Belgium, they'll just drop you a £250 fine like that, and nobody wants that. But in here, they just don't. So I don't want to get into it really, but they don't. I mean, you will drop a few £100 fines on people, they'll soon fucking get the message.
Absolutely, they will.
Why isn't anyone drinking? I've actually got a Coke here. It's out of shot.
He just hasn't got anywhere to put it.
I haven't got anywhere to put it, and I don't want to put it on my floor.
I'm driving because I've got expensive equipment with me.
This has no alcohol in it, but if you want to, is that Reese? Is that the Reese I know?
It is the Reese you know.
Reese, if you want to watch a show all about drinking, then you should join us on Saturday for Cocktails and Bullshit with myself, Jez, and the wonderful Captain Brilliant. And that will be drinking like cocktail after cocktail after cocktail. That's why I'm not drinking today. It's because I'm saving myself for Saturday. So do you have another?
I do. I have an actual planned wank basket of the week. And I will spill the tea on who this guy is now as I share with you my pain.
You look at death.
Yeah. Started to go up
Here's
again.
one. Well, right here, the United States is lowest in numerous categories. We're lower than the world.
Lower than
We're
the
lower
world?
than
What does that
Europe.
In
Take a
what?
look.
In what?
Take a look. Right here. Here's case death.
Oh, you're doing death as a proportion of cases. I'm talking about death as a proportion of population. That's where the US is really bad.
Well,
Much worse than South Korea, Germany, etc.
you can't do that. You have
Why
to go.
can't I do that?
You have to go by. You have to go by where. Look, here is the United States. You have to go by the cases. The cases.
Why
are
not
there.
as a proportion of
When we have
population?
somebody, what it says is when you have somebody that where there's a case.
Oh, okay.
The people that live from those cases.
It's surely a relevant statistic to say if the US has X population and X percentage of death of that population.
No.
Oh my god. Yes. Yeah, I just seen. I don't know who.
This interview.
Oh god, this interview! What a shithill. Yeah. Oh my god, I started watching it earlier, and I couldn't get past 6 seconds because the moment the interviewer said something like, "Yeah, but when you look at it this way," and was like reasonable, and he went, "No," and I was like, "Oh fuck, fuck!" I just couldn't watch it.
There is a certain extent to which you can use any statistic to say anything, but there's a way to do that. And that ain't it.
He doesn't know. Oh my god! I love how he had a little bar graph of like the United States, other places, and I'm like, who printed this shit out? You know,
We're lower than the world.
we're lower than the world. Okay, well you are part of the world, so fair enough. Charlotte, 18. How is he even allowed to be in control of anything? I don't know, but
This
like
is the question.
sometimes people say anyone can be president of the United States, and they don't really mean it. But I think in this case.
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
Anyone could be.
I mean, I've said previously
4 more years.
how Trump is the most aspirational, like, inspirational person of all time.
Absolutely.
Because if he can become president,
You can do
absolutely any of us can do any fucking thing.
Nothing
we
is beyond your grasp, people.
like. Honestly, anything.
Oh, it's
That
just
sets the bar.
I can't. It's now gone before. You can't parody him anymore
No,
because he's a
I don't
parody
even
of
need
himself.
to explain why he's the wank
No,
basket.
why is he the wank
It
basket?
speaks for itself.
You know, we had so many opportunities over the past few weeks in COVID killed the radio star, to use him as COVID of the week, and it was just like shooting fish in a barrel, a phrase up until a couple of years ago I didn't fully understand, and which we covered before, I think.
Yes.
But now I just can't even. So yeah. So if you have any particular wank baskets of the week, or anyone that's pissed you off, drop them in the comments because we're going to fucking talk about them. And if you have a better suggestion for the segment than wank biscuits, wank basket of the week, I mean, alliteration is key because it's of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Suggest it, man.
But
Because
be quick. 'Cause
we're
I'm
not
gonna
precious.
Make a sting by next week.
Yeah, we've got to make something. So
By the weekend, give me
Yeah.
a name if you want to bet me. The brilliant Sarah Cooper said as much on a US TV show. Literally inspiring to know anyone can do anything.
yes, Eddie,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. Oh my god, don't get me started on fucking Trump. I mean, the world is just aghast. But what blows my mind is there's people that voted and people are really into Trump. Like, some people are really into Trump.
Right? And
Those guys, man.
a random thing, I was watching some basketball today and advertised on their board on the side. They are still doing the Republican National Convention this month.
Wow.
And so they're going to bring a bunch of idiots together in the times of COVID, put them in an arena. None of them will be wearing masks because they don't believe in COVID.
No.
Hopefully they will all die.
I just can't work out these people. Like, it gets to a certain level of hubris of just saying, like, I'm not going to join in. And it's our country as well. I'm not going to join in. This is getting a bit COVID-y, isn't it? Because like, we're moving away from that. But anyway, proverbial cum stain of the week. Now that's a segment.
It's a bit of a mouthful as well.
I know.
Oh dear, you had to, didn't you?
Oh dear, I couldn't. You said it, man. You said it. Yes. So that is wank basket of the week. It's like a basket
Of wank.
of wank. Like, you know, a basket. I've got an image of like a wicker basket of like eggs, right? But instead of eggs, there's
Trump and
I was going to say wank, and it's like dripping out between the weave of the
over Trump's face.
Yeah. Oh, so sexy. Yes. Cool.
So
What now? What now?
What now, indeed? So there was another segment that we liked to do on Co-Video Killed the Radio Star.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
That we liked so much that we turned it into this podcast, and
Yeah.
it became the name of the show.
It did. We used to do a segment called Don't Get Me Started where we got started on stuff and talked about how much we hated whatever
Whatever the topic was.
Yeah.
So we want to keep the segment,
Yes.
but obviously we need a new name. And so we're going to play a segment. I'm just laughing.
I'm just laughing at
Brilliant's
Captain
comments.
Brilliant saying soggy basket of the week. There's so many baskets.
Oh shit! I forgot the thing.
Soggy basket. We got it. Sorry, I interrupted you to. It doesn't matter. It's live. This is what we do.
So the premise of this segment that I'll drop the name of shortly is that we each give each other a topic that we probably expect each other to love, expect everyone to love, because they're nice, fluffy, cool things.
Yeah, we're both very positive people.
But the catch here is that you have to hate on it as much as you possibly can. And we have really kind of zinged each other with some of these in the past.
I don't think I've got any zings left.
No, I don't think I've got any zings left either. But it was called Don't Get Me Started, and now it's called Thanks, I Hate It.
Thanks, I hate it. What's that? Get me started, do not. On Yoda? Is that what you're getting started on?
Get me started.
Get me started, do not. Do you
Go
want?
on, get me started.
Okay, I want to hear what you think about wine.
Wine? Are we talking the liquid form or like the whinge type wine?
I don't know. I was thinking the liquid form, but you can go in any direction that you want, really.
Fuck it, let's do both, because thanks for your contribution, but I fucking hate it. And I do truly hate wine, because really it's just like grape juice for adults. We've taken a thing that already existed and we gave to children. I'm like, how can we ruin this for children? Oh, let's make it alcoholic and put it on shelves that children can't reach and aren't allowed to have. Not only that, but then you've got groups of people who will go around doing wine tasting.
Those cunts.
And that, especially like when they go on holiday in France, they'll go to castles and do wine tasting and stuff. Pricks. Fucking tannins. And you get the whole idea that you put it in the glass and then you're supposed to do like a myriad of things that aren't fucking drinking the thing. And so you're like, oh, and you swill it to see if it sticks to the side or some shit. And it's like, I don't care if it sticks to the side. It's all going in my mouth. And if it does stick to the side, I probably don't want it. But that's the good shit.
Right?
It doesn't make any sense. So you do that, and then you're like, and then you sniff it. But you can't just go like a fucking normal person. No, you have to hold the glass under your face and waft the scent into your face. And it's like, have you seen yourself right now? Are you actually looking at how much of a twat you look? Just pick up the glass, stick it down your throat. Job done. Otherwise, fuck off with your wine. There's much better alcohol out there. Rum, for example.
Yes.
Everyone should just drink rum and stop pissing about.
Yeah, wine pricks are the worst, says Eddie.
Man,
so many comments, and I missed some of them that like went up there. But yes,
earthy tones, hint of hazelnuts, and soiled diaper. Says Captain Sorrow.
I've got a topic for you. What's that say? Does that say tonic? I don't know what. I'm missing a part of the word. Is it say tonic? Because I'm missing the Sonic. Yeah. Oh, what? Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah, well, I guess so. Fuck it.
Do you want to give me that?
Go for it.
Fucking.
Thank you, Kamen Rider Wizard.
You're gonna get it, right? By the way, right? Don't get me fucking started on Sonic. Sonic, when it first came out, right? I remember we had it on a Game Gear. And I was doing a pantomime and my friend had brought down the Game Gear and you get to play. I was like, oh my God, Sonic looks like the greatest thing. What Sonic is the greatest trick that Sega ever pulled to convince you that you are playing a good game, right? It is ultimately very attractive. This is what marketeers do. They make it very beautiful, very attractive. It's the alternative to Mario, really, in every sense. It was like that. He runs around and he collects rings. He doesn't jump around and collect coins. Like that's basically what they've done. And he goes very fast and he whizzes about the place, right? But once you've done like Emerald Hills level 1, which you do by pressing A on the Mega Drive controller and then waiting for 2 minutes, you go into slightly harder things, but basically it's such variation on a fucking theme that Sonic is ultimately lots of different reskins of the same thing of spinning around. It goes far too fast for anyone to really know what you're doing, and it's pretty simple just to clear everything with a few touches. Ultimately, once it's the law of diminishing returns. It's the greatest example of the law of diminishing returns, because every subsequent level does not increase the skill dramatically, and it doesn't increase the fun dramatically, so it's basically like Emerald Hill every single time. And then when they thought, oh shit, well, everyone loves Sonic. Sonic had cracking music.
That's Baby Shark, mate. That's not.
Yeah,
Sonic.
that's not that. And then they eventually thought, let's bring in some of his mate Tails, and it's just basically the same stuff. It's all variations on a theme. Sonic is fucking every level afterwards is shitter than the one before. There's no progression. It's fucking terrible. Don't get me fucking started on Sonic. Are we saying that still? Do I still say end it with saying don't get me started saying yes? I hate it. Fuck Sonic.
Yeah,
Fuck Sonic.
Thanks for Sonic, but
thanks
I
for
fucking
Sonic,
hate it.
but Sonic can fuck off. Sonic can get in the sea, and there's an annoying bit where you had to get a Chaos Emerald, right? And it kind of you had this thing rotated around. You had to try and get it, and it's bouncing around the place, and it was always fucking irritating to get. And then later they did a level where they were in a little tube thing. Fuck. And then they did Sonic Racing. Like, so you had to race against other people.
I was done by then.
But like, yeah, I was done. But Sonic is the fastest. So what the fuck is the point? It's a bit like saying releasing a video game called Usain Bolt and me, right? And I was like, who do I want to be? Shall I be Alex Borton or shall I be Usain Bolt? And Usain Bolt runs at 27 miles an hour and I sit down. So like, fuck Sonic! Jesus.
Now, I will give you the context for why he said that.
Please do.
Last Thursday, my video game stream was Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Oh, okay.
And let me say, in no uncertain terms, that large swathes of it was utter bullshit. As I came to a point where I had to get on a hand glider. Sonic, a hedgehog, had to ride a hand glider.
I'm getting a drink, so
to
I'm listening
get
to you.
over like a chasm or a gap in some way. Could I fucking make the thing stay and go up? No.
Could you fuck?
Could I not? So I go from that. I can't even remember what the other things were. But on every stage, there was some utterly bullshit thing that was just unnecessarily, pointlessly difficult. And so I got very much started on the stream.
I wish I'd known that. I wish I'd known that. I didn't see that.
Which is why I give it to you, because
yeah, that's good.
It's not supposed to be genuine rage.
Unless your shit on a hang glider says he must have been watching you.
Yes.
I played Sonic once. My hair fell out and I did enormous sick. By the way, also Wine. There's a brilliant.
Hang gliding through the spikes. Fucking hell.
Oh shit!
I just got PTSD from Sonic the Hedgehog.
But so the thing of this I'm talking about, right? But we all remember Sonic really fondly. That's what I have about.
I do love Sonic, and when I did Sonic the Hedgehog 1, also known as Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes, as we all remember.
I did really enjoy that, and I fucking cleared it in about 2.5 hours. So that was cool. But Sonic 2 was bullshit, man.
I quite liked Dr. Robotnik's music, which I think was like. Are we doing different tunes? The one where he's like when he's like running around like swinging a fucking pendulum at it. I swear it's that tune. I'm pretty sure about it. I had something to tell you, but I'll tell you later. Right, useful. Also on Wine, right? This is another thing, and everything you described on Wine was exactly what I had to do. And also one thing I did on Wine was you put your hand on the top of it and you swill it around like that so it warms it up, because wine should be drunk a little bit warmer, which is why you decant that shit.
It's another reason to fucking hate it.
And brilliantly, Captain Brilliant quoted Ben Elton just now, where Ben Elton does a whole bit on wine, an old Ben Elton's kind of bit of stand-up, where he's like, you get to taste the wine, the guy comes over and brings you the wine, you have to taste it, and then everyone's looking for your approval, and the wine waiter waits, and you drink it, and you say, yes, that's lovely, I'll have that one, please. And you never say, a little peppery on the back of the palate, fuck off. Which is... But ultimately, that's just to see if the wine is corked. So if it tastes like shit, that's your opportunity to send it back. It's not tasting whether... not tasting whether you like it or not. It's just, is it shit or is it not shit? Is it foul? Anyway, Sonic 3...
Bit of Faulty Towers there as well.
Yes. Bordeaux. Of course, Bordeaux. Bordeaux's a claret, but some people wouldn't even know that. So that's... All right, do we have any more? Because I don't know if we do two or what.
I did have one for you, but to be frank, I've forgotten it. So
that's fine. Sonic was good.
So thanks,
thank you very much,
Kamen Rider Wizard, for providing my topic.
Dr. Fuck Off Nick. He can fuck off. You hit him enough times, he does fuck off eventually. Hey, but did you know? But Sonic, another thing is there was a Sonic film recently out, and which I think Jim Carrey plays Dr. Robotnik.
Dr. Eggman, because they've ruined that character as well.
Really?
Yeah, he's been called Dr. Eggman for about 15, 20 years now.
Oh shit, I'm so out of touch.
Yeah.
I'm out of touch.
Someone actually tried to argue on my stream the other day that
he was
Dr.
never
Eggman was a better name.
Really?
I'm like, fuck off. Just get the fuck out now.
I am the
I don't care
Eggman.
about your view. Get the fuck out. 3.
But like, there was a big thing about Sonic's teeth. The original model for Sonic had human teeth, which was like caused the internet to explode. Like, Sonic can't have teeth.
Yes.
I'm like,
yeah, no, the original trailer.
He's like,
people
hello.
lost their minds, and they had to completely redesign Sonic for the entire film and delay the film for months and months and months.
Another topic up to you to rant, but WWE Raw Underground. You should bring that up on your other podcast.
I did. I shared my thoughts about WWE Raw Underground on the main roster on Tuesday afternoon, so go on back and have a listen to that. I did not rant about it, not to spoiler what I said.
There are 2 captains watching this stream, Captain Brilliant and Captain Soro. If Captain Brilliant fought Captain Soro, I want to see that fight.
Well, they are both moderators on Twitch for me, so
Captain
Soro
sounds like he's a dinosaur.
Correct.
And Captain Brilliant is a superhero. So would, like, Superman beat a T-Rex? I mean, is the question, I suppose. I mean, and if Superman wasn't, like, megally hard, like the real Superman, like, would a regular superhero beat a dinosaur? I presume he would.
I mean, it sounds like you want to handicap Superman before putting him up against the T-Rex.
You can't, like, well, and it'd be otherwise. I mean, he would just mincemeat him, wouldn't he? Soro for the win! I'd win. Says, oh man, well, this has to be done. There
may be an element of bias in Charlotte 18's.
Are they connected in some way and they know each other?
They are connected in some
way, like a 3-legged race.
Yes.
By the left leg and the right leg.
Exactly it. It's actually connected by little fingers.
Oh, okay.
Tied behind their backs.
Ah.
Yeah.
I see.
That's the bias.
I see. That's nice. Well, I'm very pleased you're here. At any rate, I'm a collection of infinite amount of Treks in Star Trek in Captain's Universe uniforms. Trekses.
Apparently.
I'm not sure I know what that is, but all I can think about is what my favourite captain of all time is. And I don't know what the answer is. But all I can think of is Star Trek.
Pike.
Captain Pike, what, the new Pike?
The new Pike. The new Pike is my favourite Star Trek captain.
Oh, man. Yeah, he is pretty good.
So you're a Star Trek's captain. See what you did there. Do you know what else is bullshit?
What is bullshit?
That we're not getting Star Trek Lower Decks in this country.
Are we not?
No.
But that's not so bad, because didn't you say you weren't sure that it was going to be any good?
It does look shite, but that's not the point. Other people are getting a thing, and I want the thing.
I want the thing!
Give me the thing! How can I say it's shit if I can't see it?
Star T-Rex. There must have been an episode of Star Trek where they find like a dinosaur or something.
Well, you're not going to like this because it's an episode of Voyager. But there's an episode of Voyager where they come across a species of dinosaur-like people.
And they eat Neelix. And Neelix dies in the episode.
They don't. But those people are directly descended from the dinosaurs of Earth.
Oh, God. Fucking Voyager. You're the fucking worst.
I love Voyager. He can share his
There's a fucking Voyager. See, I can't see the left-hand side of one, so it looks like it says, it's a super hit, says Eddie Stone. That's not what it means. Didn't Doctor Who do that? What, go back to the dinosaurs? If they didn't,
probably. That's a lost opportunity.
I mean, they must... A lost opportunity, because they're on an island. Looks a bit like a lost opportunity. See, you're kicking them. I love it. Can't stop. I wish Neelix would die. Do you know what?
What is with the
Neelix hate?
Oh my God. Don't get me started on people who don't like Neelix. Seriously.
Neelix, man. I mean,
what has Neelix done to you?
He's just cooked some lovely, tasty food.
He's the morale officer.
Is that him?
He spreads love.
He spread love to that girl he was with, whoever she is.
Yeah, he forced her off the ship with his over-love.
Did he?
Yeah, pretty much.
Over-love.
He got a bit attachy.
They had an alien species underground on Earth that were descendants of the original dinosaurs. Oh, okay. Man, I'm glad I missed that episode. And all the others. We got a bit Don't Get Me Star Trek here, haven't we? That's what happens.
And Don't Get Me Star Trek will return as a segment.
Don't Get Me Star Trek will return. What's with the Voyager hate? Just get this man. Hey,
Absolutely.
look. If I can't convince him that the end of Sopranos is perfect and sublime in every way, he will never convince me that Voyager is. And that's just like the only thing in our friendship we ever fight about. Everything else we agree about, like, literally everything. There's nothing else we don't agree about. Those are the only sticking points.
I've just got to tell Captain Brilliant to fuck off for a moment, if you'll bear with me.
Please.
Because if you're going to insult Voyager, at least get it accurate. The dinosaur that Tom Paris ran off with was actually not a dinosaur. It was an evolved form of a human.
Nerd!
And that other
He ran off with a dinosaur.
wasn't a dinosaur, it was a lizard type.
Fuck,
Looked like a massive newt. What the fuck is that? Sopranos ending cake. Alex, get this man in line. I won't stand for this.
Comment of the night. Comment of the night. Congratulations. I crown you now. Comment of the night. Fucking brilliant. Nicely set up. I enjoyed that one. Now.
So,
yes.
I did say that Captain Brilliant can fuck off, but if he could hang around a little longer and not fuck off just for a moment, because it came up here a little bit earlier, along with some of the other advertisements for other show on the Jazz Show network.
Mm-hmm.
We've got another show coming up on Saturday
night.
A little show called Cocktails and Bullshit.
With Captain Brilliant.
With Captain Brilliant and you and me in the background hiding and getting
And then
drunk.
jumping out sometimes.
Surprise! Why don't you tell people what we have lined up for this Saturday night?
Right, if you've never watched Cocktails and Bullshit before, it's myself and Captain Brilliant making cocktails and talking bullshit. And that's as simple as it gets. And
The clue is in the name.
Yes, we drink the cocktails and we talk the bullshit. And then we have various themes, and this week's theme is going to be James Bond. So we're going to make James Bond related cocktails and probably talk about James Bond, I would imagine, because it would be hard not to. So that's basically what's happening this Saturday. What time are we doing that anyway?
That's a 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
British
GMT,
summertime.
Greenwich Mean Time.
No, not Greenwich Mean Time. That's an hour out.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I don't know time. So it's 5 o'clock here, where we live.
In the UK.
In the
currently.
UK. 5 o'clock
at this
UK
time of the year. In the summer.
So,
to that end,
we've got a little promo.
Right at the last minute, Captain Brilliant came in to the studio clutching a USB stick with a promo for this week's Cocktails and Bullshit.
Proving
So,
yes,
here it is.
Let's see it.
Place your initial bets, please, gentlemen.
You get nothing for a pair, not in this game. Unless a pair is better than what I've got, of course, in which case you might.
Cautious bet, Mr. Bond. Is this a trap?
All bets are equal. The river.
Your mother asked me to Texas Hold'em last night. Poker last night. That would have been better. I'll just pretend that you know what I meant.
No, Mr. Bond. My mother was a saint.
Okay, all bets in. And finally, time for the river card.
You know what? I'm gonna go all in. Just like I did to your mother last night.
Well, Mr. Bond, we'll see who's going all into who when the cards are revealed.
It's whom?
Joker. And the password to my wireless router, Mr. Bond.
Mr. Grumpus, and the broadsword.
What the fuck? Are you too pissed? Oh, fuck me.
Oh my god! Do you know what? We hope you enjoyed that. You've got to come along to Cocktails and Bullshit on Saturday. It's going to be more shit like that. But
Oh, that fucking broke me.
no expense spared for any of that. I really enjoyed making that.
Captain Soro says, love it. I want a copy of that. That deserves to be uploaded all by itself. Well, clip that.
Yeah. I love the badger.
All in.
All in.
Should have put his shirt on there as well. The shirt off my back.
He was doing such a good kind of like Blofeld. I
Yeah.
felt I needed to do kind of. I started out doing the really Roger Moore, but it goes a little bit Sean Connery.
And then it got a bit American. And
I don't know what the fuck. Oh
Yeah.
man.
So yeah, that about wraps us up.
It does. How long have we been? Do I know? Does it say?
We've been about 55 minutes
Hey.
or so. So that's a good chunk of time
Yes.
of the British summertime.
British summertime. Is it not GMT? I thought we were.
GMT is the other one.
Oh.
You know,
See.
when the clocks have not gone forward.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right. I just thought that was the ubiquitous term.
GMT does not change.
Right. I see. Oh, okay. I never even considered that.
Yeah.
I just thought that was this. You know, hey, I went to Greenwich one time as well. Learned nothing.
Yeah.
Obviously.
There isn't really. I don't know why they did it in Greenwich. There's not really much there.
I know.
What a waste. Should
yeah.
be Folkestone meantime.
Folkestone meantime. Yeah, that would be that would put Folkestone on the map. So come along at 5:00 and watch us make cocktails at the bar, at Captain Brilliant's bar. Basically, and that's really it. Unless anybody wants to drop in any random haps, naps, don't get me started. We're going to wrap up. Don't get me started. We'll be back next week, same time.
Yeah.
In this place,
Yeah.
on this sofa.
Hopefully, Folkestone won't go into a local lockdown, and we can keep doing this. It would just be typical if, like,
Oh,
Monday they're like, and a local lockdown. Go back to doing it over two crap
Yeah.
cameras.
Yeah.
Great.
That would be wrap up time.
Wrap up time.
Time.
So on that note, I'm going to do my usual business. Please make sure you're following wherever you're watching. So follow on Twitch, like on Facebook, follow on Twitter, yada yada yada. On Twitch, I'm trying to get to 50 followers by my birthday, August the 14th, so we can get onto that sweet affiliate stuff. Probably should have mentioned earlier, but down here in the bottom corner,
Yeah.
down there. I don't know how to do this pointing at stuff thing yet. I'm working on it. There is a tip jar. If you enjoyed the show, please consider dropping us a tip.
Yeah.
All goes to keeping all this equipment fucking working.
Yeah.
And
Plugging shit.
buying more of it so that I can leave it in different places
Pepsi
and
Max
not forget it.
All that sort of stuff.
Definitely
If you
buy
want
some
to-
Pepsi Max.
If you want to follow me on Facebook, I have a page, Alex Borton, so you can come and like me on there, and then all the stuff other content gets stuck there and everything like that. Like us everywhere, and you'll see all the same shit we're all doing together, basically.
Yeah, a lot of crossover.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Join me tomorrow night on Twitch and everywhere else as I play WWE Crush Hour, which isn't a wrestling game. It's like a demolition derby car smashy game.
Oh man,
But all the cars are like wrestler themed.
Oh, wrestler theme.
Yeah, so it's like they've just literally just smashed them together. There's a head that's pointing out.
I thought that Crush Hour was going to be like people who had crushes on each other in WWE.
Yeah, it's like Tinder for WWE superstars.
Yeah, and they kind of get together, and it's kind of one of those kind of role playing kind of games that you can kind of do. It's not like
it's
that.
not.
I would enjoy
So
watching that.
If that's what you want, maybe don't tune in. You'll be
Yeah.
disappointed. And then on Friday, I'm playing Micro Machines for the Mega Drive with Reese
Oh,
live over the internet.
that would be interesting. I used to play Micromaniacs, and that's a thing. You should do that. It's very amazing.
It's a great game.
Oh, by the way,
Anything
Captain
else?
Sora, thank you very much for dropping me a follow. That's very kind of you. How nice of
There
you.
you go.
And anyone who's got an August birthday is a big jobby. That's both of us, isn't it? Because my birthday is tomorrow. And yours, as you just said, is on the 14th. Man, it's good.
August is the best.
It is.
Have
But
you ever
Leo's-
had to work on your birthday? I fucking haven't.
I'll be working on
Never.
mine tomorrow.
Wow.
If I say working, I mean, well, yeah, no working.
Jerking
Um.
off on your computer while you pretend to do some numbers.
Absolute rubbish. What, working on my birthday? I totally agree.
Her birthday is in August too.
Oh, I see. August wins. Whoop! Cool.
There we go. So
Well, guys.
thanks for coming.
Thanks very much.
I'm going to switch us to our slick ending thing. And seeing as you didn't start with a touchdown, do you want to finish with a touchdown?
Touchdown!